Hello, hello. This is Yolanda here from Empowered Parenting, and today is Thursday, and it's live Q&A Thursday. Tell me about you. Tell me how is parenting going for you? What is your biggest challenge? What brings you here today on our Q&A? I am fiddling around a little bit. I've got my Instagram going, I've got Facebook going, and I am also checking in to see what questions are coming up from the parents in our group. So I've got a few things going, but I am here for you so I can support you all. Today's topic is a big one, like all my topics. That's what I say to all my topics, because parenting is a serious gig, guys. We do want to be doing our best. It is important for us to be the best parent that we can be, and that's why these topics that I bring out on my Q&As are big ones, because these are topics that get asked by parents the most. These are topics that I found in how important they were in raising my own two girls. So I am a single mom of two amazing girls. Janelle is 15, Yannicka is 21, and I have been through the ups and downs of raising teenagers, raising kids, and I am here today supporting, since the last 4 years, supporting parents on their parenting journey. So there is nothing that I haven't heard. So do put in the comment section, what is your current challenge, and let's look at supporting you on our next live. So these topics are open. I am looking at the chat box now as I'm running this live. So I'm here to support you. I'm here to answer your question. So tell me about emotions. Tell me about big emotions. Do you know what big emotions are? Do you know how they play out? Do you know how they feel? And why do we call it big emotions? So it can render parents helpless when they feel that they are not able to support their child when they are going through their own big emotions. And why we feel that is because, and I will cover the step one that I want to cover with you today, is we model expressing emotions to our kids. Our kids are learning from us, and our skills of how we manage emotions is what our kids are modeling. So it is our responsibility, like I always say, bringing back to ourselves. How do you manage your anger? Let's look at anger. Anger is a big one among parents. Anger is a big one amongst all of us having a human experience, really, because we weren't taught how to manage anger. We weren't taught how to respond to anger and how to cope with anger and how to process anger. We weren't really taught this very important skill. And I'll just cut it really short. I get excited when my kids are angry. I get excited when my clients are angry. I get excited when I start feeling anger. You know why? Because anger is that threshold. Once we pass anger, we have the opportunity to express and to feel higher vibrations of emotion. So anger sits at a point where we have the potential to have major breakthroughs. However, we didn't know that, and our parents didn't know that, and the way we were raised, our caregivers didn't know that, which is why today we are struggling with resisting anger, and anger persists. And we haven't been responding to our kids in a way that they feel safe to express anger either, which is why our hands are tied in supporting our kids to process their big emotions. So step number one, guys, is how are you processing your emotions? Do you have a pathway? Empowered parenting is about emotions, 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 like real estate agents talk about location, location, location. being an effective parent is about emotions, emotions, emotions. So tell me, how do you have a process? Say yes or no. Do you have a process to manage your emotions or not? Let us know. Step number 2 is teach your child vocabulary. Your child needs to be able to express how they feel, and they can do that once they know what words identify emotions. And we can do that when we are feeling emotions within ourselves and freely express them to our child. We increase vocabulary. There are charts out there depending on the the age of your child. There's so many charts out there that to support kids to talk about frustration, to express how they feel when they are feeling angry, when they're feeling annoyed. There's charts with different faces, different colors. It's used to support our kids increase their vocabulary so they can express, because once it's expressed, it's no longer suppressed. Expressed, suppressed. Lovely. Step number 3 is what I covered in brief just before, and that is the importance of anger. Anger is a beautiful emotion, and the only reason why it is beautiful is because we have made it, or we hold space to allow for it to be expressed safely. When my kids feel angry, I don't feel threatened by their anger. In fact, on the contrary, or the opposite is true, where I start to feel excited, because I see anger as an emotion that is a pathway. It's like a bridge across from lower vibrations to higher vibrations. And we can do that because, or I can do that is because I have learned skills, and it's what I do in my work with emotions. I support parents to address anger. Anger, if not safely expressed, is unsafely repressed, and it because we are resisting it, it persists and it comes across in a negative way. So let's change our outlook towards anger. Put in the comment section anger if you would like to know more, and if you have found something interesting in what I'm saying right now and you'd like to explore it further. Put anger in the comment section, and I will connect with you and share with you how important it is to support and process and safely express anger. Because once you've learned that for yourself, you no longer go into this automatic way of responding in anger, but you will be able to not only support yourself, but support your child as well to deal with anger. So thank you. We're getting gorgeous moms already saying anger in the chat box. Do that yourself. If you have heard this maybe for the first time and you are realizing, oh my God, anger is controlling my life, or anger is an area where I know I'm suppressing and it expresses in the most unsafe manner, put anger in the comment section and allow me to support you with your with safely expressing and showing you the gold that sits under this magical emotion. Beautiful. Next is, and my next tip around supporting your child to express their big emotions, is a creative outlet. Find a creative outlet for yourself to express emotions, big emotions. People go into art, some people look into clay, some people look into other ways of creativity, because creativity allows us to access depths of emotions within us. So depending on the age of your child, look for ways in which your child can express their creativity. Is a great way for them to explore and express big emotions. Beautiful. The next step, which I absolutely love, is wear the emotions analyst hat in your home. Who is and what is an emotions analyst? An emotions analyst is constantly analyzing what emotion their child is expressing in that given moment. They are no longer triggered. An emotions analyst is not triggered by what their child's words or behaviors or actions are, an emotions analyst is reading for what are they saying. An emotions analyst is empathetic. They listen, they hear the inner core need that the child is expressing through their behavior. So put on that emotions analyst hat in your home. Put on the emotions analyst hat within on your own self, so that you can understand your own core needs. Our emotions are telling us so much about us. They tell us what drives us. They tell us what does not drive us. They tell us what our preferences are. So our emotions are driving us constantly. They make us who we are. And unless and until we are able to wear and acknowledge this emotions analyst that we can be, we are not able to support ourselves emotionally and not able to really see the goal that sits in the communication that we have with our child. Our putting on the emotions and analyst hat allows us to give our kids permission to feel. Our kids are going to feel no matter what, whether you give them permission or not, but it allows them to feel safe, to feel around you, allows them to share what they're feeling with you. You want to be that person, and your child wants you, would rather you be that person that supports them on this journey of feeling and expressing, because it is that safe environment that we create. Thank you guys for all of your comments. Thank you, Stephen Cole, for your comments. Please put in the comments, tell us what it is that you can see is what you need in your home, in your to put on that emotions analyst hat. What is lacking for you? What tools do you need? Because once you are able to tap into that and put on that emotions analyst hat, you will be able to express greater empathy for your child, greater connection, and really read into what their core need is in that is stopping them from expressing themselves in that whole way that they would love to. And my last and final tip is to listen. Put on your listening ears, listen. And there's no coincidence that listen spells silent. So being silent allows you to listen. So remember the word silent when your child is expressing, when your child is playing out behaviors, when your child is expressing big emotions. Remember silent and choose to shuffle those letters around and listen. Put on your emotions analyst hat, tune into the emotion that your child is sharing with you, because you can hear it when you hold space for your own self. Recognize the importance of the emotion of anger. It is a beautiful emotion. Don't be scared of anger. Don't shut it off. Get excited when your child is angry, because there is gold that's being shared with you there. However, it's important to be able to feel, to know how to safely hold space for anger. Put in the comment section anger, and I will share with you the goal that sits under the emotion of anger, and why you should get excited when your child's angry, why you should get excited when you start to feel the emotion of anger, because it is your gateway. It is that breakthrough that we are able to have to get onto a higher vibration way of being once we safely allow ourselves to feel anger. So many people are stuck under that line of not being able to move past it. They're just seen as being an angry individual. Do not have to be stuck there at all. So let's break through that. Let's come onto a higher vibration, because that's where our children can connect with us. That's where we can be our true authentic selves. So I hope this was valuable to you. I look forward to supporting you on your parenting journey. Well said, Stephen Cole. Probably easier said than done. I love hearing that from the parents. Yes, of course, it is easier said than done. And that's why this journey is a courageous one. Exactly why we are here, to be conscious of our own behavior and have the tools. The reason why it's easier said than done is because we are doing the best that we can, given the knowledge we have. There is so much knowledge out there. There's so many tools that are available and it takes courage to step into the area that feels like an unknown and really truly live a life of freedom. The freedom that we seek is freedom from our own undealt stuff. So I challenge you to take that step and to live that conscious, that way of being conscious about our own behaviors and our reactions, because unless and until, like you rightly said, we don't do this for ourselves, we can't be supporting our kids with those same tools. So the journey is the path is laid ahead of us all, and it's about us taking those courageous steps in the right direction to meet our needs and to meet the needs of our kids. Yes, that's right. I have a lot of knowledge and it's all for the sharing, so do take advantage of it. Love you all. Have an amazing evening. Bye.